been a while, hasn't it? Hello and welcome back. I went to the dentist today, and you probably will be able to tell from my red nose because I had 4 hands in my face today for almost 3 hours. I had to go get a, I don't think it was a root canal. They didn't even tell me it was a root canal. They just told me they had to crown it. And usually when they crown a tooth, they do a root canal. And then they did a filling with the tooth next to it. So you might see some lopsidedness probably. It's now becoming unnumb. So yeah, there's that. And as always, let me back up to tell you why it took so long. He had, it was the inside of my tooth, and that is the hardest side to get because you have to go in between the tongue and the tooth. So it took forever. And then I started feeling pain, and he had to give me another shot. But the whole drilling process of just that one tooth took about an hour and a half. There toward the end, I started feeling it, and he couldn't give me no more. And I said, just keep going, and I'll tell you when I can't take no more. And I finished. Bottom lip is tingling right now. But as always, as I was going to say, is as I was under the bright lamp that they have, I was watching the orbs swim around. I am not sure why I see so many orbs there, except that I truly feel that he is a dentist for starseeds and light workers and indigos, however you want to go forth with that information. I believe it's in everything good. So that was it wasn't so traumatic except for the pain. I am mentally becoming aware, if you want to even call it that not tomorrow, but next Tuesday, I have surgery on my hip, which is the 24th of October. So there's a bug going around at work, and I'm hoping that I do not get it, because if I do, and if it's close enough to surgery like the day before, I'll have to reschedule surgery, and I hope I never get to that point. I am a little stressed because my mentality of all these surgeries are really bothering me. It's really affecting me. And I think it kind of hit home when the surgeon said, okay, which hip? Meaning, which one do we want to operate on first? And when he said that, I remember thinking, yeah, the right one's next. And so that has kind of hit home and has bothered me. And then my left shoulder will be after my right hip. My right shoulder has become pretty painful. I'm glad that surgery's around the corner, only for the fact that I cannot lay on that side let me reword that. I cannot lay on my left side. Maybe about 3 days back from today, when I had the injection on my left hip, I got where up until that point I could lay on the left side because that injection helped just for that instance. For daily pain and walking and stuff, the injection didn't help, but it did with sleeping on that side. But about 3 days ago, that ended pretty quickly. I woke up in the middle of the night trying to turn over, and it was hurting pretty bad. So I know I've talked about this noise before with you guys, but before I started this video, over on my metal rack that I have my food and all that on, I heard this really fast tapping, really fast. So I get up and walk over there, and as soon as I get close enough, it stops. I'll turn around, come back, sit on the couch, it starts again. Or if I get on the other side of my coffee table, it starts again. And I was over there, I did it like 3 times, walking back to the couch. And I went over there, started moving things and kind of shaking the rack. And I can hear it rattling, but I can't pinpoint where it's at. So I gave up. I have got, you see my new couch? I was going to show you, but I don't know. I'll probably show you in the next video. I'm just kind of down a little bit with all these things going on. And there's more things behind closed doors that I've not spoke of that's kind of bothering me. But I got a TV tray here on this side of the couch because my head will be on this side because I can't lay on my left hip after surgery. And I thought this couch, it being a recliner, would recline back further, because I know some reclining couches will recline back where you're almost in a laying position. This one doesn't. I did not know it until I got it here. It's brand new and I do like it, but it's a lot more comfortable than the other one. And so I'm pretty sure I can sleep on this on my side. I like it quite a bit. They gave me pictures of 2 used ones and they were so trashy and worn that I'm like, I can't even believe you're selling that. What are you thinking? One of the pictures they showed me had rips and tears. And I'm like, no, if I'm paying for it, it's got to be new or in perfect condition. And those were not. So I got this one. And I used to work with this company, so I kind of got extensions on, instead of 30 days, same as cash, I got 90 days. Or is it 60 days, same as cash? I think it's 60 days, same as cash. But I got 90 days because I used to work for the company. And I think I got a very small discount, and which I'm okay with also. It was like $5 less, something like that. I have got a lot of stickers, a lot of scrapbooking paper, a lot. And I've got a scrapbook. So when I'm healing, I will be doing scrapbooking. And I bought a book that you may be familiar with. This is the name of it. And it's wrote by Paul Hellyer. And the way I understood it, he believes that there's extraterrestrials, and I think he communicates with them too. I might be wrong, but he was with the whistleblowers that recently came out with a group of people, one being Linda Moulton Howell, him, and a couple more. And he was reading out this book and had post-it notes all over it. But he was reading, he had the book open, and I saw that, and I was like, I need that book. But he was reading like he was reading out loud, I should say. Like he was reading a narration of an extraterrestrial talking, because there was a sentence, so to speak, saying, yes, we have communicated with your government and your leaders and telling them better ways of energy and such, and the government took it as threats and they don't want the help. And he read a lot. I'm going to say not even a paragraph, and it sounded like he was talking about the extraterrestrial speaking. And so I'm like, I need that book. So I'll be reading this book too. And I have another book that I got on my Kindle because it's cheaper. But this book didn't come with Kindle, so I had to buy the book. So I have a few things that I can do while I'm recovering. My oldest daughter will be with me the first 2 days. And if I'm good to be on my own, then I'll send her on her way, of course. This is going to be short and sweet, and I apologize for that. I'm just tired. But I wanted to put something out because it's been a while. So I accidentally knocked Mouse into the floor. I was trying to do my hair, and I don't know what I did, but my hand kind of shot down. At the same time she was jumping in my lap, she flung in the floor. It's not funny. Sorry. I don't even know how that played out. I bet you're shocked to see that I came back as a attachment to the last video. I'm sure none of that made sense. I said things out loud, and I'm like, how can I connect the dots? And I think it just came out worse. But anyway, I was going to upload the last video that's connected to this one. There needs to be more to it. And then I thought, well, I'll wait till after work tomorrow and see what comes up. Well, something came up. As some of you know, not all of you, that when I was married to my ex, he owed back taxes. I never wanted to file with him. And one year I had to file with him because I was trying to get in college to become RN. And they require you to file jointly. so they could see the total income of the whole household. Well, that caused me current problems. And I'm so mad at myself about it. I mean, I can't be angry at it now, although I kind of am, but I have a solution that may not be appealing to all of you. But I got the letter today in the mail saying that I did not qualify for, I think it was innocent spouse. Before this one, I did the injured spouse, and evidently it didn't work. I thought it would because he carried those back taxes before we even met. He owed thousands of dollars. But since I married him in that year, and filed in that year, I am jointly responsible for just that year of what he owes. I assume that he paid his part, and my part is $8,000. So I'm going to have to do what I kind of knew I was going to do, and that is live in my car. I will have to do it for a longer length of time. And I really didn't want to do it for that long. I can save $10,000 in just 5 months, actually 6 months, because there's going to be things that I need throughout the month that I have to pay for. I could save maybe 11 months, $10,000. We'll take $8,000 out of that and pay that off. And then I will have a little over 1,000 something, and that's going to require me to be in my car another 5 months. I feel like I can do it. I really do. Not sure how just yet, but I really feel that I can do it. And the reason why I'm going to stay in my car for a more length of time is because I don't want this to happen again. And well, actually 2 reasons. One is I don't want this to happen again where I have to get in my car and live in it to pay something like that, including medical bills. With my history of my tendons and my surgeries that I have to go through, they pile up, and they pile up quickly. I can't do that paying rent, a car payment, car insurance, utilities. I can't pay all that and survive. I have to eat and stuff. So I have to live in my car for a second reason, and that is to save enough money to buy land and start building a tiny house. That's my only option, and that is the only way that I can afford to pay my medical bills, my surgery bills, food, no rent. I'm going to do solar, so I'll be doing very minimal electricity, maybe well water, I don't know. I want to live off grid as much as possible. But then I can afford all of this stuff and eat. And if I want new clothes, I can go out and buy new clothes. So I'm stressed. I'm stressed, but not stressed. So I'm thinking I will start living in my car after my 6 weeks is up after surgery, which is December. Yeah, that's drastic. My surgery is in 7 days. So the 24th of November is 4 weeks. 2 more weeks is the first week in December. And I did not want to be moving in winter months, in which I would have to anyway if I moved downstairs. And the way I look at it, the sooner the better. Meaning the faster I start, the faster it's over. The only way that this can happen, I want a garden. I've said this before, I want a garden. I want to be on a hammock in my own yard looking up at the stars for as long as I want to. I crave this and I need this. I want this. For those of you who feel that it's dangerous, if you stop and you kind of think about it, as I have. As many places as I've parked my car, even being here in the apartment complex, it has not been broke into. So me living in it means it probably won't be broke into either. And if it is, I have 2 guns. I have spots picked out where to be for security. And I can do it. I can do it. I have to do it. I have no choice. But back on track. For those of you who are saying it's dangerous and 2, it's not going to be good on you, let me just say this. Mental health is where I'm going. I will be in my car with all of these windows all around me. That being said, I'm still getting sun rays. I don't get it in my apartment. Yeah, sure, my car is cramped, but it's temporary. I can get out and walk in the sun. If it's warm enough, I will have a heck of a view. I can go anywhere I want. I'm not going to get depressed. And the minute I start feeling down or low, it's not going to last because I will think of the outcome. I really have to do this. I almost have no choice. Because, like I said earlier, I don't want this to happen again. So yeah, sure, I can go out in my car for 6 months, live in it, pay off the IRS. But then again, here goes the medical bills. I don't want it to move back out again to save that money. And another reason why I don't want to do that is because I could pay the IRS, but then it takes up to 4 to 5 months to be on the waiting list to have an apartment for myself. I signed up for a downstairs apartment 3 months ago. They said December or January. That's how long you have to wait. I need to get this started. And I'm kind of excited, actually. But a part of me is thinking what others think of me. And I don't need to be doing that. I need to start saying, you cannot worry what other people think about. Especially when it concerns you, me, us. So I want to get on here and talk about that. I kind of felt like I needed to talk out loud about it also, because there's some of us who are better once you talk out loud about something. Like we're talking to somebody else and getting their opinion, in which I'm talking to you, although I don't hear your opinion. Also, I want to say, I probably won't be in my car long, because when my credit score goes back up, what did I do to lower my credit score? Oh, I refinanced my car, to get it all in my name. So my credit score went down. When it starts getting back up, I'm going to put a down payment on an SUV, one that I've wanted. And so I'll be in that vehicle. So it'll be trade. My daughter is going to get my car that I have currently. And at that time, I can afford 2 car payments, which will be equal this rent. So anyway, I'm going to end this here. I love you guys so much. And I'm going to send each and every one of you love, light, and peace. Bye.